Hello everyone. We'll play with some of calculated measures. Uh, Previously, we have calculated the measure for the sales amount, that is the internet sales amount. Apart from that, we also calculated the count of sales order number. Now, one more thing I would like to say: the sales order number. When we took the distinct count of the sales order number, you can see the properties of it. By default, I'll go to the view properties window of this count sales order. So by default, since we did the count on the text column, so it was selected the format as text, so you can give the whole number. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to create some year to date on the sales amount. How I do is that I'll just select the any cell here, and whatever the name I want, I can give that name. I'll say it is a internet sales amount YTD. YTD is nothing but year to date. And after that, what are the in DAX query I want to write, I'll be writing. In the DAX, we have one function called YTD, that is the total YTD. And if you look in the Google, then you'll get more info on that. That YTD, if you pass the amount and if you give the date column, then it will automatically calculate the YTD. There is no need for you to write a big DAX query. Just you can use the sorry, you can use that function, or automatically it will get calculated. So I'll write it as total YTD. DAX. Then I got the MSDN. So in the MSDN, you can see the YTD function has three parameters. One is expressions, that where you are going to give the amount, which amount you want to calculate the YTD, and next is the date. And if you want to filter, you can filter on the date. Next is the year end date. If you give if you don't give, by default it will take 31st. If you give all, it will calculate for all the dates. Okay, better to take all the records, like it will give the end date. So whatever the data we got in the date table, we can go with that too. We can say all date, and then automatically that will be calculated according to the records that we have in the date table. So how I calculate is that I'll go to here, sorry, I'll go to the my tabular model in Visual Studio. I'll click on a cell. I'll give the internet sales. Then I'll click a total. Uh, when I click, automatically it has intelligence. So I'll get all the YTD columns here, total YTD. And here my column name will be, already I have this internet sales amount. I'll write it as internet sales amount. Yeah, it shows me like the column names done. Next, see, remember in the date table we have mentioned, we went to the tables and we marked it as a date table. That's the reason. Now if I write any date function, I will be able to see that date. And on the date column, my column name will be that the primary key column which I have given, that will be my primary key. So I have given the primary key is like alternate key. Where is the alternate date key? Yeah, full date alternate key. This is the one which I have given, so I will be selecting that. Done. After that, as I said, I need the end date. It says that what is the end date, right? So I don't want to have any end date. By default, whatever the records I have in the date table, I want to get all. So I'll write it all date. Done. Oh, let's see. What is the error? Okay, yeah. All should have the bracket open and brackets close. Yep. Yes. So now we got everything. So this is this is a way how to create the total YTD function. So I'm good with that. I will click it and done. Now if I process this, if I build a cube, then automatically that will be shown in the as a measure in the tabular model. I'll click the deploy solution. I'm pausing the video. Yeah, my deployment is done and I have processed the cube. So I'll go back to the Excel which I created in the previous video. Now I'll click on it and I'll do the refresh. When I do the refresh, automatically whatever the measures I have created, I'll be getting. I have created internet sales amount YTD, right? I can drag and drop. Based on this, whatever data I get, I'll get. So we can check that one. Whatever data I have, I'll get it here. So the best way to check is that I'll have the calendar year. I'll take the month name. Where is the month name? English month name. Just drag and drop the English month and that's it, done. So now you will have the YTD total. This is for the uh, total amount for the April, but it is not in the order by. That's the reason you can't see the data correctly. So this is the beginning of the data, that is in January, and then you got in the February. February is nothing but combination of these two. So you can see the February total amount is combination of Jan and February. If you see the March, then March is combination of Jan, February and March, right? So you can, that amount is being calculated correctly. So we are good with that. And how to order the this columns, that all we are going to see now. So this is the column name, I have it. Okay, if I want to order the column, because you can see it here, it is being ordered in the alphabetical order, but I want that to be ordered in the as per the numerical order, like January is 01, February is 02. How to do that is, I'll go to here, my properties, and I'll take that column name. It's a month name. I'll go to the date. I'll select the month. Where is the month? It's the English month name, right? English month name. Month name. Sorry. Click on it. Then you'll have it here sort. You can sort it based on the I can say based on by using the other columns. Yeah, okay, I don't have any, okay, yeah, I got it. So now I'll click on this and there's one column called here sort by column. When I click on it, now I'll get the English month name can be sorted. So generally the English month by default it was sorted in the alphabetical order. Now I want to change it explicitly. I don't want to sort it by alphabetical order. I just want to sort based on the number. There will be a month number of the year. That's it, done. I'll select it and click OK, and that will be done. Again, I have to process it. Good. I'll process my cube. The best thing is that since we are at the beginning, right, so just process the complete cube, so that even though if you do some small mistakes, like there may be issues where it might not be in a sync, so you might get error, just deploy it and it will be good. So I'm passing the video until the deployment. Yeah, my deployment is done. I'm good. Now I'll go back to the Excel and refresh it. Click on it and you'll have the refresh button and refresh it. See, now when I did the refresh, automatically my data has been sorted based on that month number of column. Now you can see whatever the data I got, it's a YTD. So if you sum it up, it shows 936. You can see the same amount here. If you sum it up to certain level, up to September, now it's the total is 503. You can see the same 5037340. Okay, so this is the way how you are going to do it. And if you want to change any format of it, like to have 3 decimals or 4 decimals, you can just go to the just switch back to the model, and whatever format you want, you can select it and that will be displayed there. Okay, so what we have did, we have created one measure with the YTD, and we even did the sorting for the month by referring the other column. We are not sorted based on this. We are sorted by referring to the other column. Okay. Yeah, we have created one measure. Now that's we have created the YTD. And if you want to create MTD, you can change accordingly. You will have the MTD function based on that. You can change it. Now what we are going to do is that we are going to add one more calculated measure, that is nothing but the prior year. Okay. So I'll just write it here in the window. I'll write it as internet sales amount. It's a prior year PY, and then it's a we can directly use the calculate function. See, remember in the DAX queries I have given the calculate table. Table is used to get the like multiple columns and rows, but if you want to get only single value, you have to use the calculate, but not the table. Okay. Now on what column I want to calculate? I want to calculate on the internet sales amount. Done. I have the internet sales amount. After that, then I have to give the type. What is the type I want to give it? It is the same. We have a type called same. Yeah, same period last year. It's a name. And after that, it's for what we need to calculate. We need to calculate for the date. That's it. In the date function, what I need to do is that, sorry, in the date table, there is a column called primary key, right? We are given the primary key for the alternate key. That's it. I'll give the alternate key. Done. Now I'll close this. I'm done with this. I'll evaluate. I'm good. Good to go. Yep. So I'll deploy it. I'm pausing the video. Yep. My deployment is done. What I'll be doing is that I'll again switch back to the Excel. I'll refresh the data. Refresh. Now if I see in the measures, I'll get the PY. I'll select that PY also here. Now you can see the data. So for 2000 prior year, what was the data I got? I got data as 43421. See, I can see it here, 43421. If you see for January 2012 January, what was the data for 2011 January? That is nothing but 46823. I can see 46823. Same 506, here it is 466334. 466334. Wrongly switched to sheet 4, that's why you have the data. But if I go back again sheet 1, now you can see it here. I got the Jan, February, and whatever the data I can see it here, I have it here. Okay. So for the same prior year, I got the measures, and I can calculate them. In the same way, you can write your own MDX, sorry, DAX scripts against it, against the data, and whatever the calculations you want, you can use it. So in the major cases, they might be comparing the prior data with the prior year data with the current year data, and apart from that, they might also do some like sum of amounts, count distinct sales order number. Okay, even though if you give at the like out of the table, but this will be calculated dynamically based on the values. Like now, if I see the count of distinct, it might be some hundreds, but if I filter, the values get reduced, right? So that the count of the distinct will be calculated only for the filtered values. So it is a dynamic driven values. Don't think that okay, you calculated the amount will be static. No, it will be dynamically driven. So we are good guys, and we'll meet with in the next class with a few more topics. Thank you. Bye.